Okay, so the batteries are still low, so I might have to change them, which is good because I have more batteries. I have more batteries in my house. I don't need to go out and buy new batteries. Here's actually a dolphin, and my girlfriend says that I am this dolphin. And I have another friend, a female friend. She says that I have a smile. My laughter is like one of a dolphin. Yes. So I open up in my last video, and if the world doesn't explode because of an atom bomb or alien destruction influence, I don't know. Or if my computer doesn't break down forever, never says hi again to me. Or if this camera, or in case this camera does not kill itself, or or the internet may be stalling forever, I don't know. Well, all this could happen. And actually there's a problem because I love the internet too much. I wish I would love Earth more for its trees and for its animals instead of its internet. But internet is an important part of my life. I email a lot. Well, what I'm doing here is for the internet. I'm speaking for the internet stuff, so I can actually talk about myself and maybe find friends that are understanding with what I'm communicating. Anyway, so in my last video, and this is the fourth, this year is the fourth, I was speaking about my semen line and my psychic illness, yeah, and my girlfriend saying that I'm an indigo child. And yeah, actually my girlfriend, it's incredible because only this website that I found where there's a positive approach to mental illness, because I always believe that mental illness is not an illness, it's just an ability. Actually, it's an ability because there's so many things in my head and I all want to get them out. I want to get them all out of. I wish I had started this earlier, because before I was only talking about, I was always like shipping around those topics. I was always saying, yeah, but I want to talk about that later, or I can't talk about that because I don't want to, or it's a secret, or I don't know. I always was close to those issues that I'm most concerned about, which is mental illness and esoterics, and it's what I'm very interested in, because it concerns me. It belongs to me, and it's a part of my life. And yeah, so these websites with a positive approach to mental illness, I liked a lot, and they helped me opening up myself or coming out, which is interesting because I also consider myself bisexual, and here I come out again. I don't live my homosexual side, but I know that it's in me, and I know that it's not to be seen as something bad. I know that I have experience with guys. Actually, I have been have been having sex with guys, and I've never but that's a long time ago. And this year I had actually a little phase of starting to getting interested in my homosexual side, and there was like 2 or 3 days where I were intensely focused on my homosexual side, and I totally forgot about women, and whenever I masturbated, which I do, which is normal, I always thought about men, and I tried to discover my feelings, and I always, in streets, I always, like, when there was a couple, I always looked at the man and tried to find the beauty in him, not in her. And that was this year, and that's my little coming out about my bisexuality. And I think bisexuality is something very normal and something that many people have inert, like it's in them, but because there is so much homophobia in the world, those people just don't allow themselves to discover themselves. Yeah. So much for that. That's an easy topic to talk about. It's an unusual thing, but it's not as unusual as my simian line or my mental illness or my well, this indigo thing, which I'm not at all experienced in. But it's nice for me to talk about my bisexuality, because it's something, like, if I was not, sorry, that was the camera. If I was not having a simian line, or if I was not an indigo, or if I was not bipolar, or considered mentally ill, I could always, if I would be an all normal person, I could still say I am bisexual and be abnormal by that, because many people are like homophobic and have a problem with that. So I like the topic of sexuality. I always loved sexuality. Sexuality is a beautiful thing, and I had times where my sexuality was very strong. That was mainly in my manic episodes, and I had incredible orgasms, and yeah, now they're not that strong anymore, but they're still good. And yeah, sexual energy is something I like to talk about too, and it's a nice thing to talk about for me, because it's awkward to be bisexual, but it's more awkward to be into palmistry or mentally ill, considered mentally ill, or an indigo child, or a Wiccan, which I consider myself too. That's a pentagram. It's a pentacle, and that's symbolizing for me, my Wiccan beliefs, or the witch in me, and also the 5 elements of the traditional Chinese medicine. And yeah, and then I have this here, which is a yin yang, which you might know, and it's the duality of things, and for me it's very closely related to the duality of man and woman, and as a Wiccan, I am I'm praying to God and Goddess, and I see them. I don't pray to just Goddess, or I don't pray to just God, which is very unusual for Wiccans, but I pray to God and Goddess because I think they're I like the idea of I don't know the word. I'm German, and I speak bad English, or maybe not. I speak English, but this word is missing. Equality, the gender equality. I like the gender equality. I am somebody who likes gender equality. I like that women and men are equal. They're equally. I think they have to be treated equally. They may be different in certain points, but I want them to be, well, equal in their rights and their obligations.